Today, I have two YouTubers who are going to be competing in a build battle. One of them is considered to be a pro builder, and the other is not so great in that area. But where this gets interesting is the pro builder is going to be getting a terrible asset pack, while the noob builder gets a really high quality asset pack. And we're going to be seeing who can create a better map with the asset packs they're given. So let's get straight into Row Builder's side of the challenge.
I have this asset pack, which is pretty basic, like a very basic asset pack. Another YouTuber asked me to use a bad asset pack and build something, which I'll be versing another person who's using a good asset pack and building something. Anyways, I have to build something great with this asset pack, and there's not a lot to work with here, so I don't have many ideas. So this is how big our map has to be, and I don't know what to do. I like the idea of the rocks and the waterfalls, so we could do like a pretty grand waterfall maybe. All right, let's just put it here for now. We'll make him green for now. Let's go like a sea green, I guess. Duplicate, make this one a little taller, bring it in. I think the main thing that we need to focus on is having a good bit of height variation. Since we don't have a good set of assets to use, let's go about here, bring this over. We can have that cut over this way, and then we'll do another set of rocks for another waterfall coming down off of this. Maybe more than one though. I think another layer of water would be cool. And let's cut that to, let's say, this half of the map. I like the idea of trying to keep these sort of sets. Rotate, rotate. Yeah. I think we have a good idea going. A good start. Let's duplicate, rotate, bring them over, down, forward. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be a lot better for the water, man. Right there. Look at that, man. I gotta level it out. I gotta make it work a little bit better. Yeah, that'll work. I may have to brighten it. It's weird because it's the way the light hits it is how bright it is. All right, let's get rid of this water as well. Duplicate the water. Let's have one coming out this way. Line everything back up. Water and foam layer. All right, and let's go here. Yeah, this is gonna work a lot better. Let's go. This is gonna be pretty big. Maybe this should all be water. We could use these. We're gonna use these back here. I'm not gonna place them fully just yet, but something like that. We're gonna box that in. Now we need to add a little bit of rotation to all of them, guys. You don't want everything so stagnant and weird. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I know I just need shape. Yes, and then let's just round this in at a lesser angle. Maybe something like this. Yes, that works.
Thousand years later.
I mean, it helped, but it's still like such a weird asset. Can we do anything with these guys? I think pink trees added in would make it look nicer. I don't know about that one. We could use the pillar for something like, do something like that. All right. I think we're on to something here. It's not gonna look amazing. We just have parts. This has to be a purple for sure. Neon, yes. And maybe some sort of a texture on it, guys. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Do we have anything that just looks like trippy, kind of weird? Something. This is pretty much exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, that'll do it. Spots of dirt. Let me grab the lighter color we haven't used yet. Like this, but I think it needs to be the darker one. And then if we added maybe a texture on it, we might be onto something here. Let's add a couple of these around to really help break up this color. Let's angle this one down. I'm keeping it. Flowers. I'm not sure how I would make a flower. I mean, I could do a really bad one, but let's look into some stuff here. All right. All right, we should make these a little bit smaller. We're gonna have to make our radius quite a bit smaller here. All right, we got a good bit of flowers. Now we can go through and delete some. There is definitely more stuff I can do, but I think this is all right. Make the portal a sphere? That might actually be a decent call here. I think this is it, fellas. I think this is it. I'm calling it, boys. This is my submission. And there we go. That is indeed your boy's submission.
Alright, so based on what RoBuilder was given, I was actually really impressed with what he was able to create. Now let's see what CodeBro was able to make with the amazing asset pack that he was given.
Hey, I'm CodeBro, and as my name suggests, I am definitely not a builder, but I'm excited to be here nonetheless. So yeah, let's go try to make a map. Okay, I opened up the asset pack, and I gotta say, I'm really excited to work with all this. There are so many themes to choose from, so many high quality assets. This is gonna make things so easy and a lot of fun. The first thing I had to do was think of a theme for the build, and I kind of looked around at all the different assets to try and give me some inspiration, and I landed on a couple different themes that I liked, and I was gonna try to blend together. I saw the treasure chests, pirate ship, and the Christmas stuff, and I know what you're thinking, that totally does not go together, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make a pirate themed Christmas map. Let's see how it turns out. And yes, I know it's only November, but I don't know. I love Christmas. Okay, the first thing I did was take some of the borders and change them to kind of a snowy theme so that it fit the Christmas vibe. And that was super easy. Just scattered them around the base plate and then added a floor, which I did restyle later in the video to fit the pirate theme a little better, but you'll see that. The next thing I wanted to do was add a snowman since it's a Christmas map. Fortunately, the asset pack already had a snowman and that worked perfectly. Also, I'm naming this snowman Fred. I also thought it would look really cool to have a sunken pirate ship like it was shipwrecked. So I added the pirate ship and some ice from the asset pack to make it look like it was sticking out of the ice, and I think it looked really cool. After that, I decided to make a point of interest spot where people could teleport to other worlds, kind of like simulators, but I wanted to make use of the cannons, so I decided that you were going to be shot out of cannons to go to the other worlds, and yeah, hopefully Preston doesn't sue me for this. Okay, perfect. We had our first point of interest on the map. Next, I added an igloo and some trees, and I decided that the igloo would be like the shop for the game where you could buy new swords and whatnot. And bada bing, bada boom, that was our second point of interest in the game already. Next, I decided to add a spawn area because it kind of looked boring as it was, and what I ended up doing was adding some stairs up to the spawn area that made it look pretty cool, and here was where I decided to switch up how I was theming the map. See, all the points of interest up to this point were on ice, but I decided it would be even cooler if I themed the map so you were on a pier, like you had just tied up your ship at the dock and you were walking on the pier now. And I gotta say, this change really improved the quality of the map. Once I rose the pier up and then also changed the floor to an ice texture, oh, it looked so much cooler. After that, I started building out the rest of the pier so that you could walk to the different points of interest, and I ended up changing the time of day to night because I think it looks so much cooler when you're walking down a pier at night. Then I added the pathways to the actual points of interest, and it was already looking fantastic. After that, I grabbed the sand from the asset pack and made it white so that I could use it as snow. I ended up putting it around the igloo, and I think that added a nice touch. Okay, sweet, the map was already coming along great, but there was definitely more I wanted to add. I decided to add some snow along the pier as well as on top of some of the different structures. This definitely added to the Christmas winter theme we had going, and I think it looked really cool. I also gave Fred a little eye patch and a sword so that he could be a pirate too, because come on, we all love Fred. So now that Fred was ready to sail the 7 seas, it was time to finish up the map. I added some text above the cannons so you could tell where you were going to go shooting off to, as well as on the igloo to show that it was the shop. After that, I wanted to add to the spawn point because it looked really bland and boring as it was. I decided to bring a treasure chest over to see where I could put it, and I ended up putting it on top of the pirate ship because I thought it looked cool. You know, you were sailing away with your stolen treasure. By the way, I'm not endorsing stealing treasure, just for the record. I also put some lanterns on the pier as well as some gold coins by the shop and some gems on the floor near the cannons. But that didn't solve the problem of the spawn point looking bland, so I went back over to the assets to see what I could add. I found a leaderboard and some pedestals that looked really cool and they fit the theme, so I brought it over and they actually filled in that space perfectly. Like, I really like how that turned out. Finally, I added a patch of snow with a wheel on top of it for like a daily reward sort of system, and that was just in the middle of the ice. And there we go, that was the map. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. On my own, I definitely could not have done something like this, so I'm really excited about how it turned out. So yeah, I'm counting this map as a success.
So there you have it, guys. We got a pro builder with a noob asset pack and a noob builder with a pro asset pack. Let me know who you think did a better job. I'm personally leaning towards RoBuilder because he was able to make some insane builds from a super basic asset pack. I do think CodeBro did a good job seeing how building is not his strength, but the layout was a little basic and the lighting could have definitely used some work. I'll have both of the asset packs and both of the YouTubers linked down in the description if you want to check any of that out. Also, be sure to comment down below who you think did a better job in this challenge.